Now, let's talk about your upbringing a little bit. How old are you now?
14.
Okay, 14. What was it like for you growing up in the city of Chicago for you? Paint the picture for us.
Growing up in Chicago, I had always heard about the bad side, but my parents tried to keep me away from that, so I grew up in the south side of Chicago, in the suburbs, and I really didn't have to go through all of the violence, but I always knew about it, and I always heard about it and knew that what my city was and, where we came from, but I was kind of taken away from that because my parents didn't want, me feeding into that.
Growing up with 2 parents in your life?
Mhm.
Okay. Same household?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting because, a lot of people in 2016, they have, single parent households and so on and so forth, or people are separated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Now, what about school? How does that work for you?
Well, currently, I'm working on being homeschooled. I've been in regular school my whole life, but at the point now, it's kind of hard to juggle it because of the fact that I'm always gone or on a tour or in Atlanta like right now. So it's hard missing a lot of school and then having to make all of that up. And then, with everyone, wanting pictures and things like that, we are still at school. So the best outcome would just be homeschool for me. But, I've been in elementary and regular school my whole life.
So you're 14 now?
Yes.
And what grade did you just start?
9th, I'm a freshman.
Freshman. So is this your first year being homeschooled?
Well, I haven't started homeschool yet, but I'm about to.
But
I wanted to go to high school because, last year I missed my dance, graduation, all of that. So I told my parents, I want to go to high school just to experience it. So I'm going for a little while, and then I'm going to go transition to homeschool.
Because some people your age, I've noticed, do homeschool strictly. Some people I know do half and half, where they kind of still do public stuff, but some like web type of classwork. And then some people just stay in public school. So I was just curious with that.
I'm going homeschool.
Now, do you know when you start the homeschooling?
In about a month.
Okay. You're going to have a tutor and that sort of thing?
Online.
Oh, online class. Yeah. Okay. Now, favorite subject?
My favorite subject is probably English because I like writing. I'm a lyricist, and I think that just betters my vocabulary.
Least favorite subject?
My least favorite is probably biology.
Now, when it comes to school for you, what's it like right now? Are you the most popular kid in the school? Are you everybody's favorite student or what?
Yeah, in school right now, I'm not the type to really, brag. So when I walk in, I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm Nia Kay, I'm from this, I did that. I always want to remain humble, and it's just, everyone still kind of knew who I was. So everybody's just, want to know. Like I said, I want to take pictures and ask questions and stuff. And, I love that environment because these are the people that support me. But when it comes down to it, it's hard focusing when you have that attention. So, yeah, school it's crazy right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were flattered by it or is it annoying?
It's both because at a certain point you would think that it will go away, but at the same time you have to think of it how would you feel if kind of a celebrity was going to your school? That really doesn't go downhill because it's not like you become regular again.
Now, how easy or hard is it juggling the rap career with the school stuff for you?
I've always gotten straight A's while rapping, so it was always easy for me. But right now, at this very moment, the peak is high, so that's the reason that I'm being homeschooled because it is kind of impossible to juggle it with me not being there 3 days out of the week.
I see. I got you. And so you're 14 right now. You're going to ninth grade. When does driving start? When do you learn how to drive? And what age or what grade? I'm kind of out the loop.
I'm not really thirsty to drive.
Oh, you're not. But when typically do people get their learner's permit and stuff like
16.
that? Oh, 16. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think 15 they get their permits. So
yeah, something 16? Like that.
And then 16 they get their license. Maybe?
Yeah. Every state has different regulations, but I think it's around that age. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then what about a boyfriend and stuff like that? Do you even have time for that, or is
That's
that
what I'm
not?
saying. I don't have time. Like, even if I wanted to, it's really no time because literally it's work, work, work. It's no even time for sleep. So I really don't have time to like text and call you and do all that because of the fact that at this point I'm just always busy.
Now, what's your message to the youth?
My message to the youth is just to, keep working. A lot of the youth feel like if their dream isn't handed to them, they're not going to make it a reality. So I would just say you really have to work to make it a reality. Anything that comes your way, you got to take advantage of that and always be ready. You have to put in the work day and night to get where you want to be in your career because it's not just a lot of people aren't overnight successes and handouts aren't given very often. So you really have to, work for what you want and believe in yourself more than anyone else.